Oh, diddle. I just noticed that my battery is getting low for this thing. I may need to plug it in soon. That is very bad. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Let us go into the shop, because inside of the gates of hell we'll be able to buy things. Or I could probably just get the charge cable, but I'm so lazy, you guys. I'm so legitimately lazy. Okay. Fuck it. The one thing I can't have in a fighting game is the controller dying on me, so got the cord.
You here for business?
Wait, there it is. I was like, wait a minute. I know what's on this thing. I know it's this cord. And it would help if it was actually plugged in. There we go. Much better. So. Well, yeah, Queen, I probably should have, but I didn't think about it because I was too busy worried about all the other background shit that goes on whenever I go on break. And we have more weapons that'll be available to us soon. We can look at the accessories here, and we see that we have a bunch that are super duper expensive. 100,000 rings and some 200,000, but they give very decent buffs. This one actually allows you to nullify any attack, no matter what the strength, so you can actually parry enemies' attacks when you have that. The Moon of Mahakala on. The Gaze of Despair allows you to, let's see, summon upon its wearer the Wrath of the Heavens. During the witch hunt, what does that mean? Huh. It actually doesn't give a description. Cursed braces containing the soul of Muso Korodi, an ancient African goddess said to be the goddess of discord. Placing the braces upon one's arms is said to be an affront to Paradiso, summoning upon the wearer the Wrath of the Heavens. Maybe that increases difficulty for other things. But anyway, they all have various effects like that. Dodges incoming danger. The beads will launch a magical counter strike against the attacker, etc., etc., etc. We can also buy items from here if we ever wanted to get health restoring items or things that actually increase our health, save our life, that sort of things. 30,000 health increases our vitality. 30,000, health. 30,000 rings would actually increase our witch's, what do they call it? Umber spirit, witch's power, whatever it is. The witch attack orbs that build up as we attack things. And let's see. Now we can actually unlock some attacks. We have the heel slide, the stiletto, which I think is probably my favorite attack because it's the stinger. It's basically the stinger that allows us to actually get from one enemy to a number with incredible quickness, as it says. But I don't think we can afford it. Damn it! Ah! I just noticed that we are 520 halos away from being able to afford it. We can get the Witch Twist and the Umbran Portal Kick, which actually the Umbran Portal Kick is really good. Press A while holding the dodge button. And that actually becomes a really fun attack because you can dodge into an enemy and basically just come in on top of them super hot. And that knocks down all the enemies, knocks them prone, and you can continue to kick their ass the rest of the way. But I don't think it's worth spending the orbs on now when there are better moves that I can save up for right now. Or actually, yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna get breakdance. See, this is that move that I was talking about earlier where I'm actually able to capoeira my way around the map. And I'm gonna show you that right about now. I hate to see you go, Bayonetta, but I do so love to watch you leave. So we go back to the regular world, now having the ability to breakdance our way through and take a fashionable pose at the end. And I'm gonna end up using that ability a lot, especially when it comes down time to killing a lot more of those baby faces, because it's probably one of the best ways to take down groups of enemies at once. Yeah. And all it takes is literally just holding down the dodge button a little bit longer than you normally would. Come on, how do you not do that? Ooh. And we got a purple butterfly, which is a collectible item that revives part of one's magical power when picked up. So we actually revived a couple of the witch's orbs there, down at the bottom. It looks like a station gate, however, it's sealed shut, maybe due to some sort of alarm system. Yeah, the alarm system that sort of held us in here when we came through the last level. I appreciate that the levels do kind of lapse together a little bit. you know, one level kind of leads to the other, somewhat. And when it doesn't, the cutscenes tend to take care of that in showing the different locations. Okay, so I don't think there's a whole lot that we can do back here right now other than just gather more things, but I think I gathered all of the things. So unfortunately, all we can do is just progress forward. Okay, good. Good. I'm glad that we're at the point that all we can do is progress forward. I cannot wait until, oh god. You get movement abilities later on in the game, kind of like Castlevania, that lets you move quickly. Castlevania Symphony of the Night, that is. That lets you move quickly throughout levels. And being back at a wandering pace kind of makes me really miss some of those moves that we'll get later on. But anyway, oh, it's another book. This book is called The Crystal Witch and Sage. It's about those structures that we saw back there. As you can see, within Vigrid City, there are many great structures built long ago by the two clans, the Umbra Witches and the Lumen Sages. Remember those names, you'll hear them a lot. Amongst them all have the sun and moon duality, evidence of a peculiar outlook towards the universe. The witches representing the moon, shock and surprise, and the sages representing the sun, burned into the fabric of the city in various ways. One of these structures, a pair of statues crafted from a high-quality crystal known as Belliston Crystallos, featured both a witch and a sage. The statues appeared to hold some sort of special significance. According to the ancient records, they were created to aid in the training of the art of overseeing time, or that witch time ability that we have. It's an ability to let you practice nailing the timing on an exact dodge, a skill which only the two clans were capable of practicing, and they also served as the key to locking something away from public view should the clans feel the need for secrecy. However, the exact details of this art are unknown. Now the city, scarred by tragic witch hunts of the past, has seen many of these statues depicting witches destroyed or heavily defaced. Normally, the ones with the sages are left untouched, as you saw. Even these beautiful crystal statues weren't unable to escape the calamitous fighting. Sad days. No rest for the weary artist. But maybe we can relieve them by restoring some of those statues. We restored the witch statue that we came across so far, so who's to say we won't restore a lot more of them along the way? Assuming that we can actually make it there. He says, having great confidence in his abilities to find more secrets. Open up to me, heart. Yeah. Gathering 4 of these broken witches' hearts will actually allow me to increase my vitality. You know, like, it's very difficult to not draw the comparison between Devil May Cry and this game because they are basically two halves of the same coin, you know? One stars a very overly machismic, badass male, you know, hero, and the other one is Bayonetta, who is the basic mirror image. Like, she is not afraid to use her femininity as her greatest strength. And you can see it dancing around the battlefield as you go. She's not afraid to look beautiful and kicks ass at the same time. I approve. And honestly, who's to say that Dante doesn't make himself look pretty while he fights? I don't know, Jenny, but whoever it is, I imagine we're gonna hurt them back pretty badly. Is it these guys? Is it these angels? Is it somebody bigger from Paradiso? I don't really care. They're all gonna die the same in the end. That's all that matters to me. And we have a new angel to fight. Hello, my blue tunic friend. What say you? I have my witch's guns this time. They're not gonna stand a chance. Hi, freaks. I'm glad that you finally figured out exactly what is happening with you, man. I know that you were a little concerned the other day. Ooh, I just remembered that we can pick up their weapons and use them against them. Much like we picked up that key a little while ago, we can actually pick up the angel's weapons, ow, and use them against them. So long as, god damn it, we can quit sucking balls, which, you know, has a likelihood of happening at some point in the future. It just takes me a little bit to remember how the hell to play this game. Oh god, like that. And yep. Excellent. I wanted to save my torture attack for this big old palooka here. Because we have an even bigger Iron Maiden fit custom. More baby faces have decided to come down. We know exactly how to take care of them. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, I was trying to remember whether when we threw the enemy's weapon away, whether it would actually throw it at them or just throw it. Unfortunately, it doesn't throw it at them. He just Bayonetta just sort of drops the weapon wherever you happen to be. Your ear has gotten worse. Yep. I remember when I got my first ear infection. It was funny timing, but it was one of the worst pain that up until that point I had ever experienced. I will only tell this story a couple of times in my life, so I'm going to relish every opportunity that I can. The crux of this story is that my dad fucking loves me and is willing to put himself through damn near torture to make his children happy, okay? That is the ultimate crux of this story. But what actually happened was back in, I'm gonna say 1990, ooh, get in the Iron Maiden! Close it. It's back in 1990, I'm gonna say 5, 6, somewhere in there. I'm probably getting the exact year wrong, but it's not important to the story. My dad decided he would take his child to its first concert. And we're gonna try and kill this beloved while getting out this story at the same time. The concert was about 2.5 hours away from where we live, in Atlanta. It was in Atlanta, Georgia, at the big arena they have there. It was a big deal. Dad was able to score tickets. They probably cost him more than he'd be willing to admit to me that they cost. And the concert was the Backstreet Boys. Okay, listen, my dad was trying really, really hard to connect with his son, who he didn't really know what he liked at the time. I didn't really, I liked the performing aspect of the Backstreet Boys, but I didn't really, the music. The appreciation for the Backstreet Boys' music came much later in my life, like now. But at the time, it was not cool. But anyway, so we made it to Atlanta. We found the hotel, and I'm going to climax all over him. And checked into the hotel, went to the concert hall, and that is a giant hair dragon that is probably gonna have me get a prompt. Yep, to chomp this thing to smithereens. Oh yeah, oh yeah, full bonus. Eat it up. And so we made it to the concert. Hello, nurse. And somehow, between leaving the house and getting to the concert that night, I developed, oh my, a penchant for this really large weapon. I want it. Oh, it shrunk down to Bayonetta size. I was really hoping that it wouldn't. Damn. I had developed an ear infection. How the hell did that happen? I don't know, but I was taking swimming lessons at the time, and that probably had something to do with it. I don't know. But anyway, we got this new gun set here from this LP that we'll be able to give it to Rodan and find out what this silhouette on the surface exactly unlocks for us. But I acquired this ear infection, and my dad was completely distraught. He had no idea what to do with this child and that was squirming in pain. And all he could do was sit there and sob and hold his ear for dear life. Because that was basically all I had at that point. And I just noticed that this axe has a huge area of attack that I'm going to really enjoy taking it to somebody with. And he tried like hell to get me something that could get me through this thing. But what were you going to do? We were in the middle of a stadium. And he looked at me with eyes that even I knew at the time said, this cost me a lot of money. Are you sure you want to leave? And I had no choice. I was in so much pain that we had to leave. I had to lie down. I had to be not in an area where there was incredibly loud music and a lot of screaming to make this 13-year-old's first migraine terrible. And so, unfortunately, I missed my first concert due to an ear infection. And, you know, I don't say that I blame the fact that it was a Backstreet Boys for me getting sick, but it certainly didn't help. But he, the next day, he was able to go to a CVS and get the one thing that he thought would actually help, because unfortunately they were out of the only thing that could actually help. And he got some Aura Gel, which he would actually put on a toothache to numb the tooth. And he put it in my ear, and it did not help one fucking iota. Now, his dad would later ask him why the hell he would do that. And my dad would reply, well, if it worked for teeth, it had to work for ears, right? It did not. It did not at all. But I didn't need to tell him that. And unfortunately, I just had to suffer through it for 24 hours until it went away, basically right as we were driving home. And yeah. The crux of that story becomes my dad fucking loves me and was willing to put himself through a Backstreet Boys concert to make his son happy. And I have to, I mean, you have to give it up for that. That's one hell of a dad. Okay, so I'm seeing that we can actually dodge these fireballs just in time to get our witchy woman status on. And I'm wondering when we'll be able to do some real damage here. Should I, in fact, be just trying to get to the end of the path as quickly as possible? I'm thinking not. Oh, God. Oh, no. We are one witch friend down. That's not good. Is this? Oh, boy. Is this how Bayonetta becomes the last witch? I don't want this story. This story is one that is best left unburied. Oh, God. Because I can't really do any more damage than this right now. Like, even with my witch powers, I still can only shoot. I can't. Unless I were to, aha. I can kind of hit it with a little bit of something. Oh. If I can get my Umbra Witch powers out there, but unfortunately I can't charge them up. Ow. Because I can't hit anything right now. So all I had was that one hit, basically. And my ability to dodge, because one dodge does equal one gem up in the witch power meter. So I can continue to sit here and dodge. Oh, and then when it does that big old mouth attack, I can actually have the ability to do some good damage when it comes, like right about now. Kind of knocked me off balance there. Come at me, dragon! Oh, it certainly came at me, all right. And let's put it in the dirt. Ba 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 ba. Yes, Radius, it should be working. Although the Wii is having a hard time keeping up with the game. Really? Weird. It shouldn't be. I wonder why that is. Well, it seems that past Bayonetta, Bayonetta's mom, Bayonetta's ancestor, defeated the double-headed dragon here a long time ago, and that's the flashback that we were just having. I like it when you get to run through areas that you may or may not have been before. Ooh, what does this sign say? This was a road that only the chosen could travel during a religious pilgrimage to the temple. Before it was closed, it was for preservation. It was once open to tourists. And we picked up another story here. A witch's brew. Let us. Antonio, what do you have to say now? I've discovered the existence of something called alchemy. It is the destruction, recombination, and reconstruction of everything. Metal, flesh, and even spirit. If one understands the logic of age, alchemy is a prime example of an era in which it was developed. Crap, I lost my place. Although lesser known is the fact that alchemy is an offshoot of the witch's secret art of concoction. That thing that we saw earlier with the particles that we picked up along the way. Concoction was only practiced by the Umbra Witch clan. Interesting. Okay. Let me know if anybody else drops. Because that's weird. I know Twitch was having some problems earlier today. So that may play a part in it, Radius, but I don't know. Anyway, concoction was only practiced by the Umbra Witch clan, and the materials, amounts, and methods used were never shared outside of the clan's inner circle. However, in the chaos of the witch hunts, details were said to have slipped out, including the knowledge of primary mixing compounds, baked gecko, unicorn horn, and mandragora root. Also hidden was their role in controlling defense, offense, and vitality. It is discovered that correctly combining these items may result in the creation of various useful compounds. These materials are obviously no longer in existence, and even if they existed outside of being a member of the Witch Clan, one would have to take out a contract with the Dweller of the Netherworld in order to obtain these necessary items. In case of emergency, the witches place these materials within Purgatorio, a realm caught in between the Trinity of Realities, in which the items are said to still remain. When creating a concoction, the certain procedures, amounts, and combinations are absolutely essential, and the art is not for the inexperienced. So, here we are. We now have some of the witches' recipes at our disposal, along with a few of the items necessary in order to pull it off. It's saying that one mark on our recipe list is actually 5 of the material. So, if we were to go... let's say 15 of these, and then rotate the right stick to concoct them. It makes a mega green lollipop, mega green herb lollipop, which, along with getting you like super duper baked, dude, replenishes all of Bayonetta's health. And yes, all of her concocted items are lollipops, with the exception of that last one. And I'm not really remembering what that does. Let's find out, shall we? Because we actually have just enough of each to be able to do this last item here. And I am curious. There we are. And what do we got? The magic flute. What does the magic flute do? The magic flute is said to have been played by the mythical sirens, releasing a wave of high-frequency spiritual enemy that causes heavy damage to nearby angels. Neat. Okay, so that's basically a nuke. So whenever we need a nuke, that's the recipe we need to create a nuke. Noted. So, let's go back into the Gates of Hell, find out what was on that LP, because I have a feeling that's going to be a nice new set of weapons. And then we'll make our way across this chosen bridge.
Well, well. An Angelic Kim's Gold LP. Got your hands on something awfully rare, haven't you?
Okay. I was like, why am I hearing it in echo now? It's because I was hearing it come out of my computer speakers over there, and I had to turn them down just a little bit more.
Inferno comes pouring out of the inner circles.
Ooh.
I can use them to breathe life into what I make best. Weapons of mass destruction. Tell
Oh.
you what,
Huh. I kind of forgot about that little tidbit. So basically, Rodan takes the LPs, he plays them, and it summons a whole buttload of demons down in hell. And then he kills all those demons, as he does, and fashions them into new weapons for me to kill things with. So, kind of really great. We are killing the denizens of heaven with the remains of hell. The circle of slaying. Ba-ba-da-bum-ba way.
all done. He's a little rude, but he makes up for it with charm. Be nice to him,
The
okay?
onyx roses. Hey. Can I get shotgun feet now? I kind of really want shotgun feet. Oh my god. Oh, okay, those are the alt forms. So basically, if we wanted to equip them on both arms and legs, we need to pay Rodan in order to be able to do that. Sadly. So right now, we can have the Scarborough Fair on 2 places and the shotguns on 2 others. So basically, instead of doing constant barrage of damage like that, we will instead... Wait. No. Not the Gates of Hell. There we go. Okay. So how do I want to align this? I think I want to do shotgun feet. Yeah. And then we can switch between set A and set B, so as we get more weapons, we can switch between, say, like, the guns and, I don't know, just at a random example, I don't remember whether we get anything like this, a grenade launcher. And then we can switch over to, bam, shotgun feet. And then whatever first weapon we want. Excellent. Oh boy, it seems like our ancestor slash mom isn't the only one who's gonna have an epic fight here. In fact, we're gonna take on another one of these guys that we had to kick the ass of just a minute ago. So we'll see what happens. Oh no, he's gonna tear up the bridge. He's gonna tear up the bridge. This is bad, you guys. This is like super duper bad. I just need to focus on killing him. And he's gonna hit it again. Excellent. We didn't get knocked around that time. If you get easily motion sick, this is a bad time to be watching. Oh god. Excellent, I was able to dodge that shit. It's like I am trying so super duper hard to just be the most annoying little mosquito he has ever faced. And it didn't quite work. Jump, Bayonetta! Jump for it! And land in a very sexy posture. Damn. We did not get the chance to kill him before he threw it away. Me and my sucky attacks. I need to remember which ones allow me to do the witch's attacks quickest. Or maybe we weren't supposed to kill him there. I couldn't remember whether you had the opportunity or not. Before it just brought you here. Fuck, we died. And the witch hunts are officially over, sadly. It's gotta, you know, it's gotta be on the Twitch side, and Radius can't hear me to say that. But I'm sorry, dude, that sucks. I will say this, I am getting a 0 viewers notification from my XSplit, which is weird. So I'm hoping that you are, in fact, able to see me okay, which I think you are because you're responding to me. So, hopefully everyone else can see okay, and it's just my notifications being weird. Okay, we need to get up off this bridge, as he's gonna keep on climbing up here until we get to solid ground. And then, we can actually fight him here. Oh god, did I say solid ground? I may have misspoken. That's what I'm talking about. It's that 1, 2, 3 combo. The punch, kick, and ow, double punch. No, don't you dare. Don't you dare attack on Titan me. You are not gonna eat me today, sucker. I'm going straight for the nape. Oh god. I missed. Where's 3D movement gear when you need it? Good night, Jenny. Thank you so much for hanging out. You're about to miss a climax if you want to stay for just a second longer. It's about to get real dead up in here. And get your hands away, sonny boy. Can't touch this. My dragon's eating your ass. Can't touch it. Ah! And then just crushed his head up against the wall. Oh! Oh! I love it! Gamora is probably one of my favorite summons that Bayonetta has. And back onto the body. Sexy, sexy. And we get a gold for that particular fight. Well done. And that's the end of Chapter 1, The Angels Metropolis. We missed 2 fights in there somewhere. And probably the opportunity at more rings and, you know, a better reward out of this whole situation. But we got 4,000 more. So, hey, that's a good thing. And I really need to do my combo. Relearn all of my combos and which ones let me do my Umbra powers. Because those are the ones that are going to do the heaviest damage when it comes to actually killing things. Oh, I hear you. I hear you. I just don't see you. Come on. Get that headshot. Ah, shit. The good news is I still haven't missed or anything. You get bonuses for getting multi-kill or multi-headshots. There we go. Nailed it. I hear you again. Ah, I missed. Son of a bitch. There's a very specific leading and timing to those ones that are way in the back, the ones that are worth the 10 points. And unfortunately, it just takes a little bit of relearning to find. Dramatically increases one's vitality. Or, damn, I'm 20 points short of getting one of those, which would actually revive me automatically when we reach 0 health. This is the way to get a shield during a fight. That could be kind of nice. Nah. Let's just get that. Exchange the points for halos. And move on our merry way. We're good. Okay, you know what, Radius? Let me do this just for you. And also because I want to get this 0 viewers off. I don't like that. Hang on just 1 second, guys, okay?